Conflict in the Middle East. U.S. President reaffirms view that the war will end soon.
Vietnam prepares to work with the U.S. to promote the signing of a reciprocal tax agreement.
Production linkages help mitigate the bumper crop. Low prices phenomenon.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Nghe An, and here we go, the first headline of the show. U.S. President Donald Trump suggested that the conflict involving the U.S., Israel, and Iran is unlikely to conclude within this week, yet he reaffirmed his stance that the war will end soon.
It's 10 times worse, and other states are 10. And
responding to press inquiries at the White House regarding the possibility of hostilities ending this week, Mr. Trump stated, "I don't think so, but it will be soon." He also mentioned that Washington would shortly announce the list of nations agreeing to join the White House proposed alliance to escort vessels through the Strait of Hormuz. However, many U.S. allies have remained cautious or have yet to commit to the initiative. On the ground, several facilities within the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad, Iraq, caught fire following successive waves of attacks from the evening of March 16 through the early hours of March 17. Meanwhile, the Israeli military announced it has launched a large-scale wave of airstrikes on the Iranian capital, Tehran, as well as strikes targeting Hezbollah forces in the Lebanese capital, Beirut.
On March 17, the government office said that Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh had just signed official dispatch number 23 on a number of tasks and solutions to continue promoting exports in 2026.
In the telegram, the Prime Minister requested ministries, agencies, and localities, within their authority, to consistently implement the goal of maintaining macroeconomic stability, controlling inflation, promoting growth, ensuring major balances of the economy, promptly remove difficulties and obstacles of enterprises in import and export activities. According to the assigned functions and tasks, proactively prepare contents to exchange and work with the U.S. side to promote the signing of a balanced and fair reciprocal tax agreement. The Ministry of Industry and Trade shall implement solutions to ensure gasoline and oil supply for production and consumption. Proactively work and exchange with relevant agencies of the U.S. and other countries to ensure the legitimate and lawful rights of Vietnamese export businesses.
The Cuban Minister of Energy and Mines stated that it has activated the necessary mechanisms to promptly restore the national grid following a disconnection incident that caused a nationwide blackout at 1:40 p.m. local time or 12:40 a.m. on March 17 Hanoi time.
This marks the second time this month that a disconnection in Cuba's national electric system has resulted in a countrywide power outage. Previously, on March 4, a boiler failure at the Antonio Guiterres thermoelectric plant in Matanzas province also triggered a national grid collapse. Just before the incident on March 16, the National Electric Union of Cuba announced that 9 thermoelectric plants were out of service due to breakdowns or maintenance, leading to a potential peak hour deficit of 1,960 megawatts, approximately 70% of the country's total electricity demand. Amidst a fuel crisis exacerbated by the U.S. oil embargo, the Cuban government is accelerating the energy transition by installing solar power plants.
Upcoming are some updated news.
A VIP terminal is under construction at Phu Quoc International Airport as part of an upgrade and expansion project to serve APEC 2027. The terminal, expected to serve heads of state and high-level delegations, is designed with inspiration from the ocean and the island's culture. The project is part of the expansion of Phu Quoc International Airport. With Sun Group as the investor, the VIP terminal will cover about 8,500 square meters and be equipped with modern facilities, with capacity to handle special flights carrying up to 300 passengers. According to the design, The facility will be used to receive heads of state and senior leaders attending APEC 2027, while also serving future diplomatic events and major activities on the island.
Nghệ An is among the 10 localities with the highest growth in the Industrial Production Index, IIP, nationwide during the first 2 months of 2026. According to data released by the General Statistics Office, specifically, for the first 2 months of the year, Nghệ An's IIP is estimated to have increased by 16.3% compared to the same period in 2025, placing it in the high growth group alongside Tây Ninh. Maintaining double-digit growth right from the beginning of 2026 demonstrates that Nghệ An's industrial sector is sustaining steady growth momentum and continues to be among the fastest-growing industrial hubs in the country.
The Da Nang International Fireworks Festival 2026 is set to return from May 30th to July 11th, bringing together 10 international fireworks teams, including 4 newcomers, in a vibrant spectacle expected to light up the Han River throughout the festive season. Held under the theme, Da Nang, United Horizons, this year's festival will feature teams from 9 countries and territories: Vietnam, China, Italy, Germany, Portugal, France, Japan, Macau, China, and Australia. The inclusion of 4 first-time participants is expected to introduce new artistic styles and broaden the festival's creative landscape. Vietnam will be represented by the Da Nang Fireworks Team and Z121 Vina Pyrotech, reinforcing the connection between local identity and global pyrotechnic artistry.
In agro-production, besides weather conditions and diseases, the biggest concern for farmers is the market outlet for their produce. In recent years, several cooperatives and enterprises have collaborated with farmers in the production of certain agricultural products. This partnership creates a win-win situation for farmers, businesses, and managers, while mitigating the bumper crop low prices phenomenon. More in the story today.
Today, Mrs. Lati Trang's family in An Chau commune took their potato harvest to a wholesale collection point located near their field. No longer burdened by worries over market outlets, her family has expanded their potato cultivation area to 3.600 square meters.
My family grows a lot of potatoes, however. Since the enterprise has purchased the entire harvest, I feel completely reassured about the market outlet.
It is not just Mrs. Trang's family. Hundreds of potato-growing households in the coastal areas of Nghệ An have no concerns regarding the output for this crop. This is because, right from the start of the production season, enterprises, cooperatives, and farmers signed off-take agreements to guarantee product consumption. The enterprise commits to purchasing the entire harvest for the farmers. Due to this year's harsh weather conditions, we are purchasing the potatoes 25 days ahead of schedule. Several cooperatives have also partnered with enterprises to grow chili peppers. Under this arrangement, the cooperatives and enterprises provide farmers with technical support for crop care, as well as loans for seeds and fertilizers. Upon harvest, the cooperatives purchase the produce on behalf of the enterprises. With this linkage model, farmers, managers, and businesses all benefit. The linkage model ensures value and benefits for all 3 parties, including farmers, cooperatives, and enterprises. The variety of crops and livestock produced through linkage models in Nghệ An remains quite limited. Farmers are eager for more sustainable production linkages, allowing them to focus entirely on farming without being overly concerned about the market outlet for their products.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now, and thank you for listening.